Go check this out. This is game 4 of this best of 5 series. ARIS with a chance to lock up a spot in the finals. CL trying to hold them at bay and keep things rolling so they can vie for their spot in the finals.
That's right.
Welcome to Land of Fire, ladies and gentlemen. It's game 4. Let's have a look over the ARIS lineup here as they spawn on the top side of the map. Ice-T in a Marceau, RPF and gun reload, Sorash Shimakaze. Not all the torpedo reload skills, but quite a few of them.
Mostly.
Usugami here in a Marseille. It's only a 2... I'm just realizing it's only a 2-destroyer lineup for ARIS. Okay. We've got a broad mix of cruisers. We've got double Marseille. Usugami here, top-grade gunner and gun reload. His compatriot over on the other end of the line, Alala's Marseille, a very similar build. But the Marseilles splitting up. Very commonly, we see two Marseilles working together to push a flank. Not happening here. ARIS going to run them in different directions. Three other cruisers. RBQ's Prinz Van Oranje, outnumbered. Some airstrike skills and reload. Yuchu in Svea, RPF. And a lot of utility in that build. And then last but not least, this is Akatsuki's Salem, running range to go with top-grade gunner. Double battleship, BYF Sabir in a full secondary build, as you would sort of expect, and PreQ's Bungo, looking for the AP skill to go with his reload in slot 6. What's CL got cooking on the south side, Zath?
All right. To the south, CL has the opposite idea. Let's just bring more destroyers. So they've got 4. We got Yumu's Ragnar with range and Dazzle build. That's kind of fun looking. We got Fatsy's Marceau, as well as Kitalkui's Marceau making their way towards the middle of the map. And they've got Marukyu's Gdansk heading towards the decap. Behind them are a series of cruisers. They brought 2 Marseilles of their own. We've got Coffee with Outnumbered, not taking top-grade gunner with reload module. And then we've got on the other side, Shlomo's Marseille with the same concept, same build. We got a little bit of a battleship sandwich, Kremlin on Kremlin action in the middle as both of them get excited and see Svea and unload on him early. What are they going to get out of it?
Nothing.
So we got Xbox's Kremlin tank build, and then Eminon's Kremlin taking advantage of the unique commander with the extra special skills, Zhuzh. And then finally, we've got Darling in the Wushta once again with utility and reload for the main battery sitting underneath the B cap.
I almost called Darling the lone survivor of game 1 here, but he didn't survive. He was just the last to die.
Correct. He had the best chance of surviving, being picked up.
All right, speed boosting Ice-T's Marceau. ARIS gets the first cap of the game, begins to stick up points off of C. Kida Maruku's Gdansk ducking into D as Fatsy's Marceau here in B should grab this cap here in just a moment. Svea radar is offline, although it's about to come back up. They won't have anybody to get shells on him to slow him down.
Yep, that's going to be an important B cap early for CL. Going to allow them to start taking up points before ARIS does. Puts ARIS a little bit on the back foot here.
I think CL needs to come out of this game a little aggressive. I mean, come out of the gate fairly aggressive here, Zath. I noticed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I noticed last game and then even yesterday too. There were cases where I felt like CL was a little too passive. They were too afraid to make big plays.
Yep. Svea radar going up at mid just to get a sense of where the Marceau is, where he's going. They're going to get some shells on him. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, a little bit of chip damage. Nothing major, and the radar expires.
All right, well, Svea's going to try to back in Ichu. I think he's going to do it. I don't know what else can stop him, really.
Somebody just hit him.
As I say, as we get a Kremlin salvo. I think that was Xbox's salvo.
Somebody got him.
Wow.
They definitely got his attention.
That was Xbox. Yep.
Okay. Well, and the Marceau, that was Fatsy, left him a present as well. So if he wants to poke his nose around that corner, he's going to find himself some fat French metal fishes. He probably isn't going to enjoy that experience.
No.
A very, very close game. A 6-point game here early. 5 minutes gone. Both teams ticking up the respective 2 caps apiece. But CL, we were talking about the aggression, Zath, on the march here on the eastern half of the map. A lot of ships over there. 7 ships on that flank moving north.
I like this play from the Gdansk. Maruki's going to go step on the sea cap.
And ain't nothing they can do about it.
And the only thing that might be able to do something is RBQ's Prince Van Oranje if he's got the range, but that's not going to be enough.
So now, what we're seeing here out of CL, right? They're looking to grab C and D, contest B, and just keep the Ragnar and the Marseille down here in the bottom left to deny any kind of major push, any breakout of ARIS forces from over here on the western flank.
Yep, and that's how you commence Toilet Bowl. But you'll notice that ARIS is relocating their forces to combat this whole push. A little bit too little too late, in my opinion. C has already been grabbed.
Yeah, C's been grabbed. They're trying to make a play here. They're gonna have to try and break back in. That's not gonna be easy. They're trying again. Svea's the Yuchu Svea stepping onto the B cap here.
Yeah.
Wondering if these torpedoes are gonna land home. Nope, they're gonna miss just down.
Chance.
They're gonna force him out of the cap though. They got that going for him at least.
Mm-hmm.
Fatsy keeping Yuchu lit over here. Eminon's Kremlin weathering the fire here south. Kind of in between B and D like a champ. I don't think I like Xbox's plays. He's going all the way to the 10 line. I think I would have kept pushing him up the 9 line.
I think what they're doing is they're setting up the Kremlins. If you look at it, both of them are kind of going wide here. So they're setting up to receive an ARIS push, a counter push.
Well, time ticking away here with 3 caps ticking. We're only 3.5 minutes here from a CL win in Game 3. A lot of pressure on ARIS. They're not going to have a lot of time to get themselves organized. They're going to have to just put their foot on the gas and go somewhere.
Nice Dutch oven hit on Darling's Wushta.
Ooh, yeah. Darling was pretty clean a few minutes ago and now looking a little rough.
Yeah, he has defensive anti-air fire, shot down a couple of planes, but come on.
The enemy is about to win.
About to tick over 700 points, under 3 minutes to go here as the Marceaus get into a duel across the sea cap. That's Kidda and Ice-T.
Yeah, Ichu just got smacked as well, I think, by Eminon's Kremlin again.
Ichu's in a very tenuous position. I just keep looking at that like, man, sooner or later you're going to get dunked, buddy. Worcester radar going to pick him up. He's going to have to move off the cap. Here comes the salvo. Any one of these salvos could end his life if it connects correctly. That one ain't it, but man, every time Eminon pulls the trigger, it's going to be a pucker moment.
It very much is.
And so now they're pushing Xbox up the 10 line, leaving the Marseille behind him. Shlomo.
I love this counter push on the 1 line. Lala went way south in his Marseille. Coffee turned around after kiting for a long time.
Yeah.
And now Yumu, who had been farming, of all things, Preq's Bungo forever, just being a total gnat, is coming back to help out.
Yep. CL maximizing their destroyer advantage here. Plenty of caps, and they're using their little pop guns to harass the bejesus out of these bigger units in mass. Ichu, no, that's Sora now stepping onto the B cap. The Worcester radar offline. He'll be able to pick this up uncontested unless somebody wants to get in there and spot him with their face as Darling takes more PVO bombs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, another
Yeah,
solid.
PVO.
Yep, PVO. Another solid Dutch ovening. Sora does get the B cap.
And
I'll
they
tell you, PreQ's been farmed hard.
and they stuff Ice-T's Marceau into the C cap as well. So that
Ooh, there's
slows
the
things
kill
down.
right there.
There's the kill on Lala. And I think they're going to get a kill on PreQ.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's coming.
These 6-inch Ragnar guns are no joke. If you allow him to just continue to farm, it's essentially a light cruiser, right? Sooner or later, that damage adds up.
Well, Fatsy's Marceau is getting in on the action, too. Sora might. Yep, he's going to smoke up PreQ. That's a smart play from ARIS.
Trying to get
probably too little too late.
Trying to get PreQ a break here as he takes a stern fire, 60 seconds to his next DCP and 20 to his next heal. He'll never survive that long.
No, he won't. And they're nice. I was going to say, they're continuing to shoot into the smoke.
Marseille seals the deal, and now just like that, Sath, we just have crossed like the 10-minute timer in the game, but we're 30 seconds from a CL win here in Game 4.
CL saying they're not out of this yet.
They certainly aren't. They only hold
Game 5.
They only hold the D cap completely uncontested, but there's no way ARIS is going to get there in time. They're going to have to.
BYF.
BYF is moving up, but again, he's running out of time. He's got 8 seconds to kill something. Ice-T.
No.
Ice-T trying to push Kidda, but it's not going to happen in time.
Yeah.
CL, big, just solid win here, forcing a Game 5 in the semifinal round.
Yeah, this is exciting.
I like it. Much more dynamic game than we saw out of the NA and EU teams.
Mm-hmm. And a reminder, this is China's 8th seed.
Yeah.
That's doing this against Asia's 4th.
Yep.